There we go. Back for another lift. So today's October 13th, Monday. Gonna head to Anytime Fitness, little before 7 p.m. Yeah, decided against that rest day. uh, Gonna smash some chest. Yeah, so it is Thanksgiving today in Canada. It's Thanksgiving Monday, holiday. I am like 99% sure the gym's open. So if we get there and there's no lift, yeah, might have to. I mean, if I get there and it's closed, might have to check Planet Fitness real quick. But I think this gym is open, so fingers crossed we get our lift in. Yeah, should be a good one though today. Got chest on the docket. So today I'm in the mood for. I wanted to use the Smith. So might try to. I mean, usually when I use the Smith machine for chest, I do incline. But that last chest day, I did the flat dumbbell, and it felt pretty good. So today, I might try the Smith machine, but we'll do it flat potentially, and then I'll probably do kind of the same technique as the dumbbell, where I had my legs just kind of straight out in front of me, almost more like a Larson press, which doesn't use any leg drive. Because I don't know, it felt better when I was using the dumbbell. I was explaining it in that video, but if I put my feet out wide like I normally do on a flat press, just to try to get stable, it never feels good on my hips. Like it's like too much of a stretch or something. It just really feels uncomfortable. Yeah, leaving the lights off in the car today. It's a little earlier than I normally go, so there's a little bit of sunlight. It's like starting to get dark now. Yeah. Was really debating a rest day today. My girl wanted me to take a rest day, but in the mood to lift, so thought I may as well. And I don't feel like my chest feels recovered and all that, so my arm is a little, like my right tricep is a little like sore. Like that arm day I went crazy. So my arms aren't feeling like 100% fresh. So I have to keep that in mind. Like I'm not going to be doing any like super heavy pressing today, I don't think. Just based on how my arms are feeling, like I don't, might just be more of like a lighter, slow, and controlled squeezing kind of day. Give my arms a break, because I am going to work tonight, so don't want to overdo it. Yeah, we'll hit up the Smith machine probably if it's open. Definitely do a bunch of flies. And we'll see what we feel like doing, what feels good. Yeah, today should be day 17, I think. Either day 17 or day 18. These days are really flying by. It's really going quick. It's like almost it's like over half a month now already of doing the videos, which is crazy. Does not feel like that long already. Soon we're already going to be at a month, and then it'll be 2 months of videos, and see how long we can keep the streak going. Because like the whole reason I started this channel is I wanted, like the way I see it is like I'm doing these workouts anyway. So I just wanted to bring the camera along, that way I can record them. That way I can look back at my own training and try to improve my form, and just as almost like a little time capsule. That way I can look back in a couple of years and see where I was at in 2025. Yeah, gym should be dead. If it is open, it should be dead. I am close to the gym. I can almost see it. I think it's open. Really hoping so. But yeah, I'll end this car talk here because we're almost at the gym, and I'll see you guys in there for our first warm up or working set. Not sure. Yeah, let's get it.
All right, last set of pressing here. Freaking very fatigued for the chest. Yeah, that last set I think I only did the 65 pounds. Not many reps. So that flat Smith machine definitely took out my pressing strength, which is good. Very good. So we'll do one more set here, and then we'll probably finish off with just some flies. But yeah, pressing strength has definitely decreased since that Smith. Let's get this going. Whew. Let's head to the car.
Alrighty, let's get out of here. So another successful lift in the bag. Whew, really good chest day today. So I think that was today's day 17, if I remember right. 17 or 18 or 16, around there. Very good lift. So on the way home here, I changed my camera angle slightly. So on my camera, it has this stabilization mode where it kind of will stabilize the footage, but it crops in a little bit. So we're gonna see how this angle looks, see how the footage turns out. So when I was editing yesterday's video, like I can tell on some of these roads, it's so bumpy, like especially like the ones coming up here, they're really bumpy. So see if it helps at all. If not, I'll just go back to the regular camera angle, and I use Final Cut Pro to edit these videos, and in that software they also have like their own stabilization that I can use. So I'll just compare the two and see how it turns out. But yeah, chest day, holy shit. Glad I did not take another rest day. I was thinking about the rest day yesterday, was thinking about the rest day today, but you know, both lifts were freaking good, so feeling strong, feeling energized, not feeling like overly fatigued or anything. I will have to be a little bit careful tomorrow because I go into work tonight. So depending on how well I sleep and like depending on how busy work is and stuff tonight, I might be due for a rest day tomorrow. So I'll have to see how I feel, but and that's just how I train. I always just go based on feeling. You know, some people will schedule in a rest day, so they'll be like, oh, after I do one cycle of my split, I'll take a rest day, or I'll do 2 cycles of my split and I'll take a rest day. I don't really like to do that. I like to just take the rest day whenever my body actually needs it. So like tomorrow, the next lift I do is going to be a back day. So like if tomorrow, getting ready for the gym, if I just don't feel strong, like I don't feel rested, if I feel overrun and like overworked, I'll take the rest day. Because the thing you got to think about too is like you go to the gym to like destroy your muscles, but to actually build that muscle, that happens when you're like recovering, you know, like when you're sleeping. So like you go to the gym to break down the muscle, but when you're away from the gym, it's kind of like your body's chance to recover, build new tissue, repair itself. So you definitely need to be smart with like how much recovery you're getting and like how much rest, because you can definitely overdo it. Like my training style is definitely on like the way higher frequency style. You know, I like to work out like 6-7 days a week. Usually I'll do like 7 days in a row and then take a rest day, or like I'll do like 14 days and take a rest day. Yeah, it just depends on how I'm feeling, how the recovery's going. But since I am bulking so hard right now, and I'm pushing the food to like my maximum, it's definitely helping with the recovery side. Like my body has like an excess amount of protein, it has an excess amount of calories and fats, carbs. So like going into these workouts, like I'm always carbed up. I always have that energy on hand that my body can use to like go hard in the gym. Because if you're not bulking, like let's say you're like trying to cut down and you're on a calorie deficit and you're eating below your maintenance calories, if you try to work out super intense, like kind of like the workouts I'm doing right now where there's like little rest days, if your goal is to lose like fat and you're trying to cut down, that kind of workout style split, it might not, I mean, it probably won't be effective for you. Like you'll need more rest days, lower volume, because your body just doesn't have the energy to like push that hard every day. Like there'll come a day where like you'll just be so tired and overrun and your body will end up getting like sick, you'll catch a cold, you know, you just won't feel good. And that is coming from experience. So you got to be careful. You know, it's hard, it's fun to push yourself hard in the gym, but it's also important to like take care of yourself and like work out smart, work out safe. Because the last thing you need is an injury. Because you push, a lot of people will like put way too much weight on exercises. They'll try to ego lift, and you know, it's fun. I used to do that too. Like especially when I was first starting out, like it's so fun. It's so enticing to want to just like put as much weight as you think you possibly can lift, and like with bad form, just like barely get the reps out. Because in your mind, you know, you're making progress. Like you're like, oh man, last week I did 200 and now I was able to put 225. Kind of tricks yourself into thinking like you're making all this progress so fast. And that's when like the patience about lifting kind of comes into play. I'd rather, the way I think about it is being able to increase the weight on an exercise, that is the reward from all of the effort, all of the days of like putting in the work into like the lighter sets. So like, let's say you can bench 135 pounds with like good form and like you're actually doing it properly, you're using your chest to move the weight. If you do that enough and you work at a weight that your body can handle, the reward from that is eventually when you actually do build that new tissue and that new muscle tissue, you'll be able to increase the weight. And it'll be like an effective increase in weight. So like if your weight for a bench press is 135 and that's effective for you to actually get good reps out and you have good intensity, you're actually able to target your chest. Eventually, once that muscle does get developed, which it will, it just takes time and it just takes like, you know, a lot of chest days. That's all it does. That's all it really is, like a lot of chest days. So once that tissue develops, then the reward is, damn, instead of doing 135 like I have been, now I have the muscle recruitment, I have the ability to lift heavier. Now I can put 145 pounds on. And that is the part that I find rewarding. So like instead of just pushing the weight up way too fast when you're not ready for it, I'd rather, oh, some guy just went through a red light. I would rather lift a little lighter, and then that way I'm not hurting myself, I'm being safe, I'm progressing still, and then the reward is to increase the weight when I'm ready. Yeah, just a little ramble. But definitely better to be on the safer side when it comes to lifting, because the last thing you want to do is hurt yourself. You get an injury, say you have like, you're on a really good streak with the gym, you know, you're like 2 months into going consistent, you're loving it, everything's going well, and bam, you try to lift too heavy or you try to go for a 1 rep max or something happens and oh, you just tore your pec. Well, now you're going to be months out from being able to exercise your upper body, like, you know, your chest or whatever. It's really going to impact all the progress that you've been making. And for most people, if say they injure their pec, they're just going to take the gym off completely. So they're not going to work out at all anymore. You know, if you're really dedicated to the gym, if you say you do mess up your chest, you know, there's people who will tear their pec and they'll still work out lower body, or they'll still like do unilateral movements. That way they can do like one side that, you know, you're still working out. But not many people will do that. Most people, if they get an injury like that, they just take the gym off completely. That's the worst thing that can happen to you, especially if you're making good progress and, you know, you're progressing, the motivation's there, you're kind of like, you know, you're finding your ride of consistency. You do not want an injury. That will throw off everything. And depending on what you do for work, like for me, working like a physical kind of job, if I'm lifting too heavy and I'm ego lifting and I hurt my forearm, then I won't be able to work. And if I can't work, I can't make money. And if I can't make money, I'm not living. So you definitely need to put your priorities in line. Like the gym should be like near, I mean, if you really want to take the gym serious, your priority for the gym should be pretty high up there. But definitely, you know, you got to be smart about it. That's all I'm trying to say. But yeah, really good lift. Camera setup seems to be holding right now. We'll see how this footage looks like, and I'll compare the pre-car talk with the post-car talk, and I'll see like what the stabilization looks like, see if it's any better to watch this footage when it's not shaking as much, hopefully. Because these roads are freaking bumpy, and I have an old 2014 Honda Civic, so suspension on this baby is a little creaky. So every time I hit like a little bump in the road, the camera is like definitely feeling all of it. Other than that, good lift. Gotta get home quick, start to get ready for work. I'm driving one of my buddies to work tonight, so I gotta leave a little bit earlier. It's not too far though, so I'll go pick him up. Yeah, short week today, or short work week, so only 4 days of work this week. Pretty happy about that, can't complain. So hopefully this week goes by quick, and yeah. Other than that though, I will end the video here quick, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Glad to get it.